Okay, everybody, this is Patrick for P-Dub's Random World, just giving you today's update. Now, I kind of just uploaded my last one, which was done a few days ago. Wasn't feeling too well, but we're going to start out looking at the cryptocurrency market capitalization here. Bitcoin on CoinMarketCap. It just dawned on me that everybody goes to the charts and I don't, and there's a reason for that. I'm not a big researcher. When it gets kind of rough and some of the things are going up or down, I'm not very choosy about which coins my bot is actively participating in. So, having said that, I know about some of the coins from research, trying to see whether or not I'm going to get out of them or stick around in them. But more importantly, one of the big things is I mostly, a lot of my research is what goes on with the Bitcoin and how it affects me and, well, how it does me dirty sometimes. So, when I'm looking here, obviously I was one of the people that bought in somewhere, started buying in somewhere around a little under there, about the 14,000 is where I started buying in, all the way down through upwards to about 87, 8,800. There, I was buying in. Not a really heavy buy price, but I love math. I love compound interest, and I am confident that it will win out. Having said that, my journey to $1 million has not been good. Now, here's the part in the video where you get that nice disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and everything that I say is just my opinion and my thoughts. You can take it to heart, you can not take it to heart, you can think that I'm just blowing smoke, but either way, you should always do your due diligence to find out what is going to work for you. Now, some people have seen some of my settings as I go by, and it's not that big of a deal. Anybody could have my settings, but the only thing you're going to find out is that they're not going to work. They're not going to work for you. Hell, they don't work for me. So, the biggest thing about all of this is just understanding what it is you're doing and what the functions do. Settings for one person is not going to work for another. If you're a buyer who likes to see trades going constantly, well, you're obviously going to want to trade with more pairs, which also means that you may need to have a smaller stack of what you're going to buy per time. So let's look down here. This is from 2/20, so yesterday till today. So here's the fun thing. Remember how you guys always seen my major account that I'd use, which is major for me because it was about $1,000 on it? Well, I set in bags for 2 and 3 weeks, and I was done. I couldn't do anything with 0.1 Bitcoin. I could not do anything because it was all tied up. I went through yesterday and I nuked it all. It's all gone. I took significant hits, but I did it for a reason. So with my Liam bot, I didn't have much buying power, So doing it, I could buy, and it's just little nitpick here, little there, little there. Even looking at my sales log on the Liam bot, it's not great. I got a couple nice little hits there, 12 cents, 71 cents, but you're looking at the 15th, some of the 16th, the 17th, just a handful of them, the 18th, just a handful of them, 20th, I'm looking at one. which was a decent one for 47 cents, and then 2 today for, like another 70 cents, and that's just at the current price. But the thing is, that's not enough action for me. So when I'm looking at it, I did 69 cents worth of currency trade right today, 47 cents yesterday. For the week, $6.78, and that's on a $260, account there. That's not gonna get me to $1 million. But when I started this, I put in some settings. I'd seen some other settings. I'd seen some stuff that I kind of liked and wanted to understand a little bit more. And, there's a lot of things that you got to go through to understand what you're doing on here. And unfortunately, sometimes it means that you are going to fumble and you are going to stumble and you are going to lose money before you find out what's going on. Now, here's the thing. Stuff like your profit feeder, your profit trailer feeder, and your profit trailer magic coming out now, they're out of necessity. So trying to find out what the market is going to do and predict what you're doing in the market is, well, it's not super easy. And I can't do it. Most people can't. There's a reason why 80 to 90% of the people out there doing trades are the people that are failing and giving it to the 10 to 20% of people. I'm not looking to get rich. I'm just looking to eke out a means, a 1.5% daily grind if I must. But I know that I have to get my settings dialed in. And to do that, that means I'm going to have to take some losses early on. So today we're at Bitcoin's at 10,905. And you can see a lot of this stuff where, let's just go see where we're at today. Market cap's doing a lot better. But when we sit here and we look at it, it was up, almost 11,500 at some point, and it went down to a little over 10 grand. I thought it might have dipped under 10 at a point, but nope, it stayed strong, because that 10 point, that's that nice line that everybody's concerned about. If we start to go under 10, then we might see us get down to 7, again, and nobody wants to see us go down past 6. But the problem is, the way that the Bitcoin is going up and going down is leaving us with, well, our pairs. They're not going up or down nearly as quick. See, I'm still in my, yep, we're still stuck in stellar here, because I'm in stellar hell. I took a big old price jump into that to clear out a bag when it was at 2.5%, and right after I did that, that's when it started the Bitcoin started to jump up again. So anytime you have a sudden increase or decrease in Bitcoin, that actually is going to affect where your pairs are. Now, they don't go up anywhere near as fast as Bitcoin does. So when Bitcoin goes up or down really quickly, the altcoins they don't react quite as quickly, and that's where you get stuck holding those bags. But the problem is, even though Bitcoin is erratic through the day today, between 10 and 11,000, it might stabilize a little more there, but that doesn't mean that the altcoins do. So you get stuck leaving, holding some of these bags that you would not think that you were going to be holding. I'm looking at my DCA log here. I've only had this particular one, P-dubs, set up since yesterday, so I have fragged everything on this main account. Once again, I've set some DCA settings that are, well, let's be honest. I got a quick double down. I got a more lasting double down. Then I've got the long double down, and I've got the oh help me God double down. So if I get to 20%, well, things start looking bleak at that point. Because the whole point of the way I'm doing my DCA now is to never get to 20%. This 1.75% is just because I'm buying with small pairs. So I'm doing a 1% of my thing, and I'm trying to keep my pairs not high, but a little bit lower. I have them set at 14, which is low for me because I had like 25 before. Which means anything and everything it could buy it, and then we'll wait to sell it off. And that unfortunately got me stuck in some bags because I used to do a 75 Bitcoin volume on the day, and I changed that up to 100 to think that I'd get rid of some of the shit coins. Pardon my language. But I, plain and simple, just did not. I can't get rid of those coins. We look at my DCA log, I'm stuck with a Omni here. It bought Omni because it was like the trade volume on it was over 100. It was like 130 or something, and then it just dwindled away to 21. So I mean, there was a lot of action there, and it just left me high and dry, and it's become one of my DCA problems. So I'm probably going to cut my loss on that one, just because. Let's take a look at Omni here. Kind of get an idea. So it's down 11.5% on the day, and it's just continually dropping. On the 2-day, it's up and down. The 4-day, week. I mean, honestly, I don't think that it's going to go too much lower than that. It'll probably go up there, but I'm probably going to turn the DCA off on it. I don't know that I want to be pumping into that coin and waiting, but it's all going to depend on how it ends up going. I mean, obviously, for my buy trigger, I got a little while before I get to 12%, but I'm thinking about trying some other settings for the other bot, Liam bot, when it finally gets through some of its stuff.